Hello.
Hi bro. Hi bro.
What happened? Yeah. It's totally bad. Very bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's start. Basically, study recording is not there. I've seen
Yeah,
that
I also checked bro. It is not there.
this is different one. Basically, this is Aman account. Basically, right?
Okay.
I'm just slow going through this. Let's start recording. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
started right.
Yeah, yeah.
Recording. Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Share. Okay. So now for today, what we are going to see basically starting from system DBs, right?
Yeah.
So let me minimize this system because we already sharing, right? This is visible to
Yep.
you, right?
Yes, yes, bro.
Okay. So yesterday we have installed that preview, right? Let's see
Yeah.
that preview. What preview is saying? Basically, what we are getting inside that MSSL preview. Yes, here. Profiler. Just let's see. This is the window basically, right?
Okay, bro. Yeah.
So totally graphic basically. I don't think too many benefits here, but yeah, for table locking and other we
Mm.
have that
Mm-hmm.
connect with our demo DB. But
Okay.
let's work on adventure work. Leave it.
Mm-hmm.
We have adventure work.
Okay. So that is already restored, right? Adventure
Yes,
work.
yes,
Yeah,
adventure
yeah.
work.
Okay.
Basically for training purpose we can use adventure
Yeah,
and
yeah.
adventure work
Adventure.
and
Yes.
yeah. So see, we are getting here some new benefits regarding this something table, and we can say that what we are getting here. Okay, so
Mm.
see, this is Git basically. We can just create a code and save to the repository basically, GitHub repositories, right? Do you know about
Okay.
the GitHub repositories? Basically, in past they are using which VSS Writer, right? VSS Writer for Visual Studio codes and all, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
GitHub, then we already too many market for develop. Basically, the part of development only. How we can
Yeah, yeah.
automate this one?
Yeah.
We can save in the GitHub. Now it will approve and automatically deploy with on the production server. The code what we are
Mm-hmm.
writing, procedure, view, function, trigger, alter commands for the indexes and all, right?
Okay.
This is a new feature. Second one is a query part, right? So in
Okay.
query part, you can get all the intelligence here, right? Execution plan and
Okay.
all. Previously, we
Mm-hmm.
can just right click here and we can get the same thing, right?
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
So we have a new tab here, the new
New
feature.
tab here. Yep.
Yeah. Then we have extension. So in extension, we can just customize the basically this module or all these things. Okay, as per our
Okay.
requirement.
Okay.
Nothing else. But one more thing here, I am not able to see that if there's a table level lock or you want to kill the sessions, I think too
Mm.
many things here. You can just SP auto. I think we can get here also.
Mm.
Not getting. Basically, there's a tool like table here. Table. Why you are not getting table here? And see, there is a solution here basically, but this is part of SSDT basically, right? So not SSDT, we can say that yeah, SSDT tool basically.
Mm-hmm.
Getting on solution, you can just save and deploy there, right? So
Okay.
we are not getting a table of details. So we let go to the extension. We can customize this tool and we can add GitHub developer table designer. Yes, this one. See, okay, this one we
We
can get.
customize it in extension, bro. In extension, right?
Yes, yes, extension. We are just customizing this design basically, and
Okay.
we can get where to add. Basically, add in new menu.
Mm.
This is added, right? As a new menu,
Yeah.
right? We
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
we can rename that one also. We can
Rename that.
yeah.
Mm.
So close here. Agency table. Not enable. Why? Table level lock. In this feature, we can get the table level lock. We can kill the sessions and all. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
We can get the lock-ins and blocking session here. Okay. This is a
Mhm.
benefit basically, but I think I'm missing something here to add. Anything else
Extension.
required? Extension. Then we have a command. Then table designer. Query designer we already have there. Nothing, nothing. I think graph view no. And here this query designer, data designer, table designer is here. Okay. Let me
Yeah.
add this in toolbar. Table. Let's see what it is getting updated or not. Let me see that one. I think we are right.
Yeah, but that is not enabled yet.
At in the top, basically, right? In
Hmm.
the top, we can see that this one. Let me
Oh
close this
no.
one.
Oh yeah.
Grade no. So we can close and reopen this. No, 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 no. Table designer view. There's too many benefits here, basically, regarding this table
Yes, yes.
level. We can get from the blockings also, but we can get from here also. If there's a blockings, we can get from here.
Okay.
Where it is going? This new one, na? Just we have to just plan. No, not getting this. No, search button is not, but this is not enabled. Let me close this one first.
Okay.
I minimize this. I can get these features. Do not save.
Why, bro? Suddenly,
Mhm.
uh, why suddenly Manish given shock?
No, not a sock. Basically, he's trying. He's already in trouble basically because he's not able to manage. Last month I said not that that 02 is very slow, right? You remember that?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
So what Virendra told that there's no problem. You have just run a backup on that system, right?
yeah, yeah.
But when I started restoring yesterday, day by yeah, day before yesterday, na, it will very
Hmm.
slow. That's
Hmm.
why. So I think they get a mail basically
Hmm.
regarding the same.
Okay.
So we have enabled this extension, the customize menu, and data diagram is there.
Table, table design. Okay.
So this is in toolbar, right?
Yeah.
This is a toolbar.
Tool.
Right?
Yeah.
This is a tools or toolbar. This is a toolbar basically. The menu bar, toolbar, right? So
Yeah.
we get here only, right? Location is top.
Top left, right, bottom.
We can say that give this as a top left, right?
Hmm.
And close this. Any changes here?
Then yeah, yeah, yeah. That one.
No, this is different one. This is a close button here, but where is that? Left, right. We can see that this menu you're able to see, right?
Yeah.
Let me
Why
let
this
me let me remove this one. Command line,
table designer?
modify selection. Okay, so we can reset this. No, we're not able to remove this also. Why? Command line, menu bar, this, delete. Okay. So if we delete this from here, the GitHub there, right?
Hmm.
Git is there. Now we have enabled this table designer, right?
Yeah. Move up.
Before Git, right?
Yeah.
Then we can close this.
Close.
But there is no changes here, na?
So what? Table designer. Okay.
I think we have to check for that new release basically. and other thing. This is about the GitHub only, right? Creator, designer. Okay.
Table designer, right? Where,
Yeah, we have seen that. This
how,
data table designer and all. So nothing here. Let me select some table basically. If anything we get from here. This menu is enabled, query is enabled, right?
yeah. Toolbar, menu bar, click on options window, exam there. Bro, go to the
Add
tools.
child item to enable this. Okay, add child item to enable this, right? It is saying that.
Yeah, yeah.
So we can add child item extension here, command tool.
No, go to tool, bro. Tools, in tools, option.
Which tools?
Yeah, tools.
Which tool?
No,
This
no,
tool. This
yeah,
is this
this one.
different tools basically. This is different tools.
Actually, some designer option is there. Uh,
Okay, let me see that. Basically, first I'm trying to
okay.
see this one. We have renamed this one, right?
Yeah.
So this is a git and we move this and it is saying that we have to add some child basically, right? In menu bar file here. GitHub table designer, right?
Hmm. So where it is GitHub query table designer. Okay, place is
Let-
right.
Yeah, we can just do here from here only. Let me new menu na. We have added the new menu, right?
Hmm.
We have done wrong thing basically. So we cannot add here anything, right? So menu
Yeah.
bar we have a table designer. We have to just enable that.
Hmm.
GitHub. This is a table designer view, right?
Hmm.
See, right? Now we can add to new menu, right?
Hmm. Okay.
No, it is saying add new menu, not the
New
git.
menu. No, that is another new menu.
Add command. Watch command. When we pass this command, it will show from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these are the features here. So column tall, these are saying these are new features here, right? So
Okay.
how can we add this? How can we add this? Any add command?
Move down. Modify selection. Reset all.
Ta, 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 ta. So this is a table designer view. We have set here from table designer also, right?
Yeah.
And on the top basically or left, right?
Yeah.
So can this is a command line. Okay, not comparing file menu extension and it is saying that apply for change save and restart, right?
Yeah.
So this is fine. This is fine. Close. Here nothing. Command line is different one. Developer there. Still something wrong. We are missing something here. Okay, leave it. We can see require restart. No option.
Bro, go to tools once. Tools. Options. Something table designer option in the left pan. Expand the table designer. Left side.
No, not
Yeah.
from here. We can get query. We have query result designer.
Designers. Yeah, designers. Then table design.
Yeah. So this is totally a different one. Nah? This is for when we doing anything from the management studio. This is a setting for that override and all.
Okay,
See,
okay, okay,
this is different one. And we are looking for different new features that is coming at this preview at 2.01 version, right? SSMS.
okay, okay,
So that,
okay,
that will show you the row count in the single click, and if there is table, this table is logged, na, we get the details here, right?
okay, okay. Any logs are there? Any?
Yes, yeah, yeah. So we get from
Okay,
here, right? So we are not getting this means something wrong. Okay. So we can customize
okay,
that one. So come to the point basically. Let me delete this one first.
okay, okay.
Where is that new G new? Let me delete this, right? Not
Yeah,
required.
yeah.
We have a query and query designer already, right?
Mm-hmm.
So leave it. We have a table designer here. See, so we can move
Uh,
up from
table.
here after edit, right?
Yeah.
So it is saying something. How can we achieve this, right?
Quick.
Mhm. Selected here to menu bar, not comparing the file, just this one, table designer. We're just moving up and down. I
Okay.
think this is a preview, then we are not getting, but yeah, this is a very useful thing for table and query designer
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, yeah. We don't need to go into the table. I mean, need
Yes,
to
yes,
query.
yes, everything is from here, right?
Yeah,
But we are not able to save toolbar. Let me exclude this. Okay, nothing here. That's a different one. This is the query option is different one, right? So
yeah,
leave it. This is different on the size and all. Okay, leave it. We can do later after. If anything, get a new document for this, right?
yeah, yeah. Sure, sure.
Nothing here. Nothing here. Okay.
Yeah, take
So
execute
yesterday, yeah,
component.
yesterday we have installed that SQL Server 2022, right?
Yeah.
And we have discussed something on the best practice part, right? Now
Mm.
coming forward, so for system databases, right? So
1 minute.
mhm.
I forgot to take notes actually. Yeah. Yes, bro. Sorry.
Okay, so we discuss about the system databases. Why we have a system databases and what is the benefit of this? How we can monitor this and manage this? What is the requirement of this, right? Why
Mm.
Microsoft added this, right?
Yeah.
So when Microsoft designed that, so there is a controller that is a heartbeat of the system that are used. This is master databases. If master data is corrupted, we are not able to open this instance basically, right?
Mm.
In SQL
Mm.
Server.
Yeah.
So we need to take care of the masters. The best practices is that any user data, any user table do not need to create in master databases.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you created that, there's an impact in that you are hitting that instance basically every time, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Reading that data because master databases is storing all the information of the databases or instance which is performed by the uh, after a starting of the database engine, right? Each and every
Mm.
activity is in the master databases, the end
Yes.
user system activities, whatever the activities performed by the end user or the system itself, right?
Mm. Mm.
It will collecting all the stats basically
Okay.
every seconds, any scheduled job, any maintenance activities, any end user is trying to insert some data, altering something, or taking backup, whatever. Any
Mm.
errors that is defined. If you define that key, you have to collect the error. It will collect the error also. The
Okay.
logging failure and all.
Okay.
For many activities, we need to enable the traces. If you want to collect the information regarding the mirroring, so you have to
Mm.
enable the traces. We'll discuss later how
Okay.
many traces in the SQL Server. If you
Mm.
want to collect information about the temp behaviors, so there is
Okay.
a a trace flag need to enable the trace flags for capturing that activities or behavior of temp basically. But after
Mm.
2019, it will be deprecated. It will automatic detecting all these things regarding the temp.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Then we go to the model. Model is simple. Model is a just a template. We can say that for
Mm.
new database creation. Whenever
Okay.
user is getting new databases, it will take a copy of this model databases and create new
Okay.
one. Means
Okay.
copy means whatever the configuration
Mm.
uh, the model DB has sorry the
Okay.
model DB has, it will take
Mm.
from here and create new databases. Let's an example. If we are going to create XYZ databases blank,
Mm.
okay,
Mm.
so it will take the data file and log file setting of model only.
Okay.
What are the auto growth, what are the initial database size, the MDF
Mm-hmm.
file or log file size, right? Means simply
Okay.
it is a template. We can say that the model of new databases.
Mm.
Let's an example. When we go to the small and see there is a clause hanging on a tab, that is said that doll basically, right?
Mm. Mm.
So that is a sample of this entire we can say that here we can say that the template for that cloth only. We can go and search like this is a good cloth and we can buy that one, right? The sample one
Yeah.
only. So this is that
Okay.
sample databases. We can say that this is totally a model, nothing
Okay.
else.
Okay.
Next we go to the MSDB. MSDB is the maintenance database only, right?
Okay.
If you are enabling any auto activities, schedule
Job.
maintenance,
Mm.
jobs, any alerts, that will
Mm.
monitor or managed by MSDB only. If MSDB
Okay.
corrupted, then that automatic schedules, DB mail, alerts, that will not fired basically as per
Okay.
schedule.
Okay.
Next is the temp DB. Temp is as a name is temp DB, it is temporary database, right? Temp
Mm.
DB, temporary database means whatever the end user is performing temporary activities or a system is performing in temporary activity, that all the data is stored in the temp DB before till commit. Basically, we can say that till commit. If if transaction is committed, then automatically,
Other.
yeah, that is kill that sessions or we can say that kill the temporary data objects and uh, data will be committed at the end of the
Okay.
session, right?
Yeah.
So regarding a temp DB, you already tell that there is two type of temporary tables. There is local and global.
Mm.
So when we write a local tables means when the session is on till time the temporary table being used. If session is closed, temporary table not be used by the any end user. But the
Mm.
global temporary table used by any sessions basically because it is exist in the temporary databases, right?
Okay.
So just we can explore these temporary tables. We can see
Yeah.
that if
Yeah.
anyone. So see, this is a hash one, right? These are
Mm.
local temporary tables. If double hash means global temporary tables, right? So in
Okay.
interview, people interviewer can ask very frequently, what are the difference between local and global temporary
Global.
tables?
Yeah.
So we have to explain that local and global means starting from single hash is local table, starting from double hash is a global table. Global table persists in the databases after the session ended, but local is
Okay.
not available. Session closed, temporary table is also deleted from the temp DB,
Okay.
right? So, what
Okay.
is the best use of temporary tables for the sorting, for the parallel activities, for calculations? Means
Mm.
any transactions calling any functions, right?
Okay. Okay.
That data is stored in temporary DB. If you are
Mm.
calculating huge amount of data, means your temporary database is going uh, very frequently, so we need to focus on the temporary table utilizations, right?
Okay.
How it is
Okay.
utilizing, what are the ratio of increment of the databases, or how frequently it is increasing the databases. Okay, session
Mm.
is
Mm.
closed or not, session is currently
Okay.
open, right?
Okay.
So this is totally part of template. This is a this will involve in your performance tuning part also. If any procedure you get a call from the end user and getting that this procedure is running fine till yesterday, but today since morning I am facing some issues, right? So
Okay.
when being a DBA, we go inside that procedure, looking into that objects that called in that procedure. So we
Mm.
think about that. What are the objects inside that? Why he has used that? The end user, right? If you
Mm.
see that there is a temporary tables they're using
Mm.
and this is taking time, so being a DBA we have to advise that Why
Okay.
you are writing this data into disk? Basically temporary table is on the disk. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm.
it's written in data files, right?
Yeah.
So to reduce this uh, heats, or we can say that load on the temporary DB, we can say that we can use CTE, right? Common table expression, that is in memory basically, right?
Mm.
I think you heard about this CTE, common table expression, that will calculate the data working as a temporary tables, right? But it will work on
Okay.
memory only, not on
Memory
disk.
only. Yeah.
Yes. Then variable tables also. Variable tables also it is in a memory basically.
Mm.
So this is a part of performance tuning we'll see later, right? So
Yeah.
we discuss about these master tables, but
Mm.
in let's just say an example of we can say that in intro, right? Intro ask that what are different database system database in SQL Server. People used to say four only, right?
Yeah.
By default, but
Faster.
there's a five, right?
Yeah.
There's a
Mm.
one hidden database, that is, what is the name of hidden databases? Do you know?
Hi. Yeah, bro. But I forgot.
That is, we can say that starting from R basically. I'm also not recalling this time.
Resource
Uh,
is
Resource DB,
sorry.
yes, Resource
Yeah.
DB.
Resource. Yeah.
So Resource DB has some information about that instance, right?
Instance.
That
Yeah.
is hidden. We cannot read that basically, right?
Yeah.
So there are five databases, or we can also say that we can, from my side, being a DB, we can say that there are six databases, system databases.
Okay.
Then next question is how can you say that six? Everywhere written is five or four, right?
Yeah.
We can see four. There is one hidden database, that is Resource DB, but the sixth one is distribution databases.
Distribution.
If client has enabled replication on their objects, article, or uh, tables, then we can say that no, I have six databases in my environment, six system databases in
Okay.
my environment,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Because we have enabled the replication, that is transactional, merge, peer to peer, whatever. We
Mm.
have a distribution system databases
System.
which is monitoring the all the activities performed by the end user on replication. That
Mm-hmm.
database only storing the information about the replication only, the
Okay.
subscriber, publisher, publications, article, right?
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
So we have a six databases, right?
Six.
But
Yeah.
there's a
Six
condition that
system database.
if we have enabled replication
Replication.
on the, yes.
Yeah.
So this is about system databases. Now after system databases, we can create user databases, right? You can
Mm.
create many user databases as per your resource.
Okay.
Okay, there's no limitations here. Okay, only
Okay.
express edition has limitations. Only 10 GB of database you can
Database. Mm.
create here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now the security and logins, right? This is very
Yeah.
critical for that, where you to create logins and roles, right? So
Yes.
logins
Yes.
means if you create a logins, that logins can connect the databases if you have not provided any specific database permissions, right?
Yeah.
Means he or she can connect the databases but can view the system tables, but
Objects. Object.
system objects basically,
Objects.
right? Yeah, but not perform where a special permission required, right?
Yeah.
Means normal logins can only view the system objects, not
Objects.
read that one, right? There's
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
specific permission required for that, reading the system tables or system database, databases uh, records basically, right? Or system view
Yeah.
definitions, database view definitions, any definitions you want to explore that procedures and views, you require new means we can say that related permissions you required for that viewing the data inside the databases basically, right?
Yeah.
Then we have a role, we have a fixed role basically in a SQL server, right? Bulk admin, DB creator, DB admin, process admin, public not need to explain basically,
Mm-hmm.
security admin, server admin, setup admin,
Correct.
system admin. Okay, so these specific server level roles, not database
Yeah.
level roles, right? So
Yeah.
if this is because if any end user required to work on only bulk operations activities on the server level,
Okay.
you can create a bulk admin, right?
No.
If you
Okay.
want to create one assistance for a database, for that db creator, db related activities, you can ask for the db creator only. Okay, then
Okay.
you have to map, or allocate a space to the databases that db create disk admin basically to perform that alter command. Okay,
Okay.
then the process admin, you can monitor or manage the process on the system level. It means
Mm-hmm.
instance level. Security
Mm.
admin, like that you can create logins and assign some roles, right?
Okay.
Then server admin can perform add, remove resources and all. Setup admin can perform the setup of any dr activities and all. And
Yeah.
sysadmin, the basically we can say the admin of the instance, basically can perform each and every activity
Yeah.
on the
It's everything.
system.
Yeah.
So this is a part basically, before assigning anyone to these server roles, be a specific about the requirement. Basically we cannot blindly
Okay.
assign any server roles to the any end user basically, except dbs basically, right?
Okay.
Now we are not going for audit and all, then we have a server objects, right? So
Okay.
server objects, we have backup devices, endpoint, link server and triggers. So what is
Mm.
backup devices? We have a tape drive, NAS storage, SAN storage, which is mapping the system for taking a backup, right?
Okay.
Nothing else. This is a backup devices only. We have to just map here, and you can see here, this is a device that is mapped to this instance. We can take backup there, right? Then
Okay.
endpoint for the connectivity of the application from the databases, right? When we enable that mirroring, you can get
Okay.
a endpoint basically. So that endpoint listen that commands from the application basically. If the listener is endpoint is disabled or listener is not working, then we are not able to connect to the databases, right?
Okay.
Then we have a service broker activities. That is, service broker means this is regarding that their we can say that is simply we can what say uh, related to a connectivity and transactions basically, right? It will provide the service regarding this your activities basically on a mirroring part, always on our application, right?
Okay.
Then we have a tsql. You know about the tsql basically, right? Right, the
Yes.
tsql
Yes.
and all, yes. So this is about the mirroring only. Okay,
Mm.
when you enable mirroring and replication always on, we get this thing here.
Bro, why here the TSQL? So why that option is there TSQL actually?
So tsql basically regarding that you are firing from that we can say that from secondary node basically, that is enable na? So we have to just write here that we can say that simple uh, routing list basically, right? So that I
Mhm.
think that tsql is stand here, right? I don't
Okay.
know
Okay.
anything or new basically with, okay. Or we can just
Okay.
see
Okay.
the reports, we can see we can just save the tsql what we have built in that reporting services, right? For
Okay.
monitoring purpose, right? Nothing else.
Okay.
There is no
Okay.
nothing new about tsql, but yeah. Link server, when we are writing a procedure from multiple rdbms's, means
Mm.
except CS, we can say SQL server, Oracle, MySQL, whatever, the many RDOs inside your organization. So you can just map here, and you can
Okay.
fetch report, and you can integrate all these things from one window, basically, right? If you're
Okay.
writing,
I have one doubt, bro. Now I have on-premise. Okay, on-premise database is there. Okay, and one more database is there in a Azure. So is this possible to create a link server?
yes,
Uh,
that is not a pass, basically, right?
yeah.
Because here we pass the instance name, the server
Mm.
name, and then
Mm-hmm.
credential, means it will connecting with that server first and then the database name. So we can map here and we can query from here.
Okay.
This is only for reporting purpose, nothing else. Means if you have a huge report, you are getting data from multiple rdbs basically, and you can
Okay.
consolidate here and you can publish from here.
Okay. Okay. So
Simple.
I have in our environment only. I have tried to create a link server
Hmm.
from on-premise to Azure PaaS instance.
Hmm.
So that time it is not possible. So even I didn't get why it is not possible at the time.
Because that is enable one-sided port only. If you
Okay.
want to connect from a to b, it is possible, but b to a you cannot connect that one,
Okay.
because this is a recording. I cannot pronounce this the object name basically, right? But you see
Mm-hmm.
01 and 02, right? You connect
Mm-hmm.
from 01 02, but not 02 002 from 0 sorry, 01 from 02,
Okay.
because that port is not enabled from the firewall basis, right?
Okay, okay.
You have to enable listening from both side, means communication
Mhm.
between both servers, means sending
Okay.
packets acknowledgement like that. I am alive in the network, right? So you can send
Mhm.
a request to me,
Okay,
right?
okay,
So
okay.
that is only possible if you
Mhm.
open the port, whatever the default port is or the custom port is SQL server, right? You have to enable
Mm.
on the firewall,
Okay,
means
okay.
forward and yeah, forward on the setting of the firewall. You have to enable that one, right?
Okay,
On our firewall setting. So this is the benefit of that. We can just only for reporting purpose.
okay,
There is no other benefit for this, right? We have a
okay.
settings. We have already provided. We can install ODBC drivers and other drivers to come
Mm.
connect here. For Oracle, we need JDBC, right? Oracle
Mhm.
and MySQL and Postgres. We require JDBC.
Okay.
For SQL, ODBC, you can connect that one.
Mhm.
So ODBC means know about ODBC, right?
Oh, no, bro.
See the connectivity. We can say that ODBC, Open Database Connection, right?
Okay.
ODBC. We can see from here, right? ODBC. See, this is a data source, ODBC 64, right?
Okay.
System DNS or user DNS, right? Just
Mm.
create here. Here is the Postgres because we have installed Postgres, so I added for replication
Okay.
or whatever. So it is showing
Mhm.
here. Just you have to configure that. If you want that, you can add new here, and you can choose
Mm.
the drivers here, right? What you are going
Okay.
to add here, right? If
Okay.
not, then you have to install the driver first, JDBC and
Mhm.
all.
Mhm. Mhm.
So here, then you can connect that one, right?
Okay.
Simple. So this is JDBC, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, JDBC is,
ODBC.
yeah, ODBC is. Now going to triggers, this is fire on, insert, update, and delete, right? You have to write that one, but this is very resource utilized, right?
Mm.
Basically, you have to avoid the write a trigger, right? Next is
Yeah.
replication.
A
Mhm.
replication.
So next is replication. Replication means we are replicating data from one server to another server as a DR basically.
Okay.
So
Yes,
benefit.
record.
So we are just discussing here the benefits and drawbacks of replication first. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So replication is not a database level, not a server level.
Mm.
Here replication of data is on object level only, means table level, article level.
Okay.
We are not moving whole database or whole instance on different databases, the database servers, right? We are just moving
Okay.
object only, means
Objects only.
that
Some tables.
yeah, some tables, some procedures, some views related
Some
to that
views.
table.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a condition in that the table which has primary key only that move to that that is a part of replication only.
Okay.
Heap table is not a part of replication table.
Mm-hmm.
Simply. So type of replication we have a four: a snapshot, transactional, merge, or
Transaction.
peer to peer.
Yeah.
These are four:
Okay.
a snapshot, transactional, merge, and peer to peer. Okay.
Okay.
Merge you can see in that mall basically.
Mm.
I think you have seen Pine Lab swapping machine, right? Card
Yeah.
swapping machine.
Mm-hmm.
So Pine Lab basically using only that merge replication, means transaction coming from all over the world. Let's see example: the big basket, the big bazaar, the DMart, Data Mart.
Mm.
They are using Pine Lab swapping machine. So
Okay.
they cannot define. We have to set this primary or set this secondary, right? Every transaction is a primary for
Mm-hmm. Okay.
coming from the end user, right? At the
Mm.
same frequency, same millisecond difference, right? So they are
Yeah.
coming on the servers and they are merging after completing the transactions basically. Based on
Okay.
that, they merging data on publication and subscriber, right? So they are
Mm-hmm.
both side writing, right?
Yeah.
Transaction means one sided, publisher and subscriber. The-
Subscriber.
yes, there's two things. pull and push, right?
Okay.
Push means publisher pushing the transactions. We have done this. Please accept this one, right? Pull
Okay.
means every time subscriber asking for new update data.
Okay.
So pull and push, for pull and push, distribution data is monitoring for that. What you have
Mm.
configured basically, and according to that, it will asking hitting that publication or subscriber. This is a new data. This is a new data. Please accept that one, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. We'll see in practical basically how it will work, right?
Okay.
Then we have a always on, right?
Mm.
So
Always.
always on is a replication, sorry, replacement of mirroring basically. So
Mm.
before going to the always on, we see the basically first
Mirroring.
mirroring first,
Mirroring.
right?
Yeah.
So when we go to the properties of any data user databases, we see here the mirroring part, right?
Yeah.
So mirroring means just a mirror of primary databases, the
Primary
principal
database.
databases. So terminology change here. This is a
Okay.
master database, primary database, but is we can say principal and mirror and witness here.
Okay.
Every DR and hybridized database has some different terminologies. They are doing their activities. In uh, replication, we have publication and subscriber, right? In
Mm.
mirroring, we have a principal and mirror server, right?
Mm.
So principal server, whatever data with have has a principal server with replicate or transfer to that mirror server. Means
Mirror
this is
server.
totally a clone of principal server. Means
Okay.
hot database basically, hot replication, right?
Copy. Mm.
Yes, the hot copy of user
Primary
databases, right?
database. Yeah. Yeah.
So these are the keywords basically, principal, mirror, and witness. And then we have options here: operating mode, high performance, high safety with automatic failover, and high safety uh,
Okay.
with. So we can say we can see the difference between basically based on requirement basically, right? If we
Mm-hmm.
have a witness, then we can go with that automatic failover, right?
Okay. Okay.
If not, then we
So
go for that without automatic failover.
here we need to provide three servers like principal,
Yes,
mirror,
yes,
and for witness. Okay.
yes. So for mirroring, if you are going for a witness server, no need a license. We can use express edition for that.
Okay.
But for primary and mirror server, we require license for that because you are using
Okay.
both. So the
Okay.
licensing parties also need to know how, where, and how much license required for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you are
Mm.
using both the servers, both the
Yeah.
license, right?
Yeah.
Then this we go for that always on. So
Always. Yeah.
in mirroring, we are not able to read secondary database, replica database, right? The mirror
Okay.
databases.
Okay.
But in always on, we get a facilities that we can read the replica databases using that read only replica, right? We have to just
Okay.
configure the database as a read only replica, and we can
Mhm.
read that one. Okay.
Okay.
In a
Okay.
standard edition, if you have a license of a standard edition, we can create only a standard basic one. Replication
Mhm.
means each database, each create a group AG. We have to just configure that. But in enterprise, we can configure one AG and we can map multiple databases inside that.
Okay. Okay.
Next, coming to the log shipping. This is also a DR basic. It is totally a DR,
Okay.
not high
There's
availability.
record.
It's
Mm.
totally DR, not high availabilities, right?
Okay.
So in DR, basically, it is a database level replication.
Mm.
Whole database will be replicated from A to B,
Okay.
means primary server to secondary server. Here we are
Okay.
just saying that primary server and secondary server, or a standby server, or we can also say that a standby server. If we
Canvas.
configure a standby server, we can read the data, but at the time of writing a data into databases, it will disconnect the user basically.
Okay. Okay.
So we can see practical when we can see the what are the steps and how can we troubleshoot and do the best practices inside it, right?
Okay.
So we here we discuss master data, sorry, system databases,
System databases.
security, replication, always on, mirroring, and log shipping,
Yeah.
right? These are the five.
Mm.
One we have already discussed, that is clustering. That is a server level replication.
Mm.
That
Okay.
is that is we can say that automatic failover, or that is a server level replication, not a database level replication, right?
Mm-hmm.
Log shipping is database level replication. Replication is object level replication, right?
Okay.
Mirroring is a high abilities, but we cannot read the data. We have a hot data basically there, right, on the mirror
Yeah.
server. and always on we can read the secondary
Read
also.
the secondary also.
Yes, by configuring that read only, right?
Mm, mm.
And clustering, you know that we have to install instance basically for that. Cluster node and
Okay.
active passive, two type of clustering there are in the market. Active passive, right?
Okay.
So in active you have to use license for both the servers. In active passive, required license for one server only. If you have four
Mhm.
core, then you can use 4 core license only, not 5 or 8 core.
Okay.
That is a server level application. The failover goes server to server only, not database level.
Oh,
Log shipping database level, mirroring database level, always on database level.
okay.
But in always on, if you configure DAG, distributed availability group, on the cluster,
Mm.
then it will behave like server level application.
Okay.
If
Just
one
one
data
second, bro.
Mhm.
Always on is
DAG,
can you repeat that?
always on is level replication, means database, that their database level failover, right?
Okay.
But you configure DAG on the top of these along with the clustering, so that will move server to server basically, data center by data center. Means if one data center is Bangalore or the second one is Gurgaon, right? We have configured DAG on
Hello.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, bro. Hello.
So yes, I'm audible.
Yes, yes, bro.
So that data center means one Bangalore data center goes down, all data replicated to that Gurgaon data center and connection to coming to the Gurgaon data center simply.
Okay.
So we'll see whatever possible in here demo. We can see the demo, right? And
Yeah,
we
sure,
are
sure.
not going for this maintenance part or agent part,
Mm.
right? Why? Because
Okay.
first we see the implementation part. After implementation, we
Mm.
have maintenance, then troubleshooting, then performance tuning, right? This is the flow of training
Okay.
basically, right? First we
Okay. Okay.
implement the data, then we monitor and
Mm.
manage the data, then we automate something, and then troubleshooting and performance tuning based on the
Okay.
requirement, right? So I think we will
Okay.
wrap here. Just go through these
Oh,
topics
sure,
and
sure.
we can
Yeah, sure.
start implementation part tomorrow, right? For log shipping.
Yeah, sure, sure. Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And note down the question if you have any. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sure, bro.
Okay. Thank you then. Bye
Is
bye.
there any
Yeah.
PDF for this, bro?
Yes, PDF I will share you, right?
Yeah, yeah. Sure, bro.
Okay. I will share the PDF. I'm stopping sharing basically, presenting basically, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now you are black and white.
Because power gun.
Okay.
Power gun. Then also my
Okay.
camera is somehow visible. It's managing.
Basically, first time I know video call basically. I not enable video
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, bro. I am also actually.
Okay then. Yeah. Thank you, bro. Have a
Yeah,
nice.
sure, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Bye bye.
thanks.